Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today. That's right. That's right. Yo, Madara! Okay, alright, yeah. Let me just calm down. Let me just bring it down. Before I start fangasming, before I start busting nuts all over the place and make a goddamn mess, the King of Lightning is here today. Fuck, I'm already sweating. It's too late. Yeah, it's too late. It's too late. The King of Lightning is already here. Yo, no takes. Fuck it. I can't even focus right now. The King of Lightning is here today to do Naruto Shippuuden episode 322 review. Before I get started, alright? It's been a long time. First of all, no summary. It's been a long time since I've done a full Naruto Shippuuden episode review. The last one I did was I forgot what number it was, but it was the episode where Naruto fought against the Third Raikage. And from then on, it's filler. And I believe I did like one. Yeah, after that, I did like one reaction video. And then, so it's been a while because that filler was like 4 or 5 months. So, and I don't review filler. I just don't. So, yeah, it's been a while. It's been a considerable amount of time since I've done a Naruto Shippuden episode review. That being said, no takes. Fuck takes. This week's episode of Naruto Shippuden, yo, these people, meaning the animators, they did an outstanding job. They really did. I watched the entire episode. I was immersed. I was immersed in it. I was like, whoa. Yo, that's my boy. That's my boy Madara, yeah. If you guys don't read the manga, haters gonna hate, but don't matter. Because Madara Uchiha is Madara Uchiha. Capital U! Oh, man. Dude. First things first. Animation. Phenomenal. Animation was just simply put phenomenal. Pacing. Very good. Story progression. Good. When it came to, we got a little bit of character growth here with Madara and his backstory. We find out that Madara actually survived the battle between himself and Hashirama, and he actually in that confrontation, he actually took in some powers of he took some powers of Hashirama, and we see him perform the wood style, deep forest emergence. Not only that, but he actually awaked the Rinnegan. Like at the end of that battle. So that also ties into the story progression. So not only when it comes to character growth of Madara, but also the story progression of the overall story. That's big news. To find out that Madara Uchiha actually survived the battle. In a sense, even though he lost the battle, in a sense he kind of won the war. He survived, did he not? Unlike the Rinnegan. And it appears that he actually expected it to be revived. Because when he was talking, he talked to himself. He's like, finally, that brat Nagato, he actually managed to break him in. And it's like, wait a second. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Did you know that you're going to be revived, Madara? What's going on? What's happening, Madara? Whoa, Madara! Uchiha! So, Madara knows something. Madara was planning something. We don't know what it was. But the way it is that he died, and his plans may have been finished by Nagato. Or maybe the fake Madara. Or maybe continuing by the fake Madara. Because he even says, when he's revived, this isn't the Rinne Tensei? What the fuck? And we all know that the Rinne Tensei was used by Nagato to revive the Shinobi that he killed when he invaded Konoha. So he was expecting to be revived. Madara had plans. So in an essence, you could really say that even though he lost the battle against Hashirama, he may have won the war. So when it comes to story progression, there's a shit ton. There's a shit ton when it comes to speeches about Kabuto, how Kabuto did research, and even though he couldn't read the stone tablet that's underneath the Uchiha hideout, he was with Orochimaru's help, because Orochimaru, he was Uchiha obsessed with Itachi, with Sasuke. He was Uchiha obsessed. He was able to Kabuto was able to deduce a lot of things from that research, and he actually made Madara stronger than he was when he fought against Hashirama. This is a stronger version of Madara, a stronger version. So hey, I'm just saying, this is Madara Uchiha, and you gotta deal with it. So when it comes to story progression, there's a lot. There's a lot. That's the first good thing. The second thing, alright, pacing. Very well paced. We have the transitions between the awesome taijutsu scene. Oh, and then we see Tamari counter. He does a fire style. And then he goes right back to the taijutsu. It's like, yeah, Mario, epic. Awesome. Outstanding. So there was good pacing. And then the transition from that to him to basically like Gaara, Inoki, and Naruto collaborations. And then we see him use the Rinnegan to absorb the Rasen Shuriken. He jumps up to the actual stone to talk back to Kabuto. Performs a Susanoo-style jutsu. Whoa! His Susanoo performs a jutsu. Yeah. Yeah. And then summons the meteors. Awesome. Ridiculous. Genius tactic. Come everywhere. No homo. Even though I can't really take that back, can I? Fuck it. We here. No takes. So, it had good pacing. And in fact, when it comes to the manga, I believe it was different in the manga. I believe that when Madara first jumps down, the first thing he does is the fire style. But in this case, before that, they added on combat scenes. And that to me, it's filler, but it's really damn good filler. It's added on extra combat scenes to extend the episode. But even still, it coincided well with the pacing. And they actually covered, I believe it was 2.5 chapters. So that's good pacing. That's good pacing. So pacing, good. Now, when it comes to the most important part of the episode, the animation, obviously. There are 2 negatives, and that's it. The first negative is after when Madara does like his split kick in the air, and then there's one guy who tried to grab him from underground, and he takes a kunai, he stabs him, he stabs this dude under the ground. After that, we see Madara with like a staff or a spear. And it was for like a few seconds, it was actually very choppy, very hard to read, very hard to follow. There was smoke everywhere. We see him blitzing around, and he's doing like kicks. He's making like sub-tornadoes. It's like what's happening. So the animation at that point in time was actually very hard to read, very choppy. That's number 1. Number 2. When it comes to that one collaboration where we see Inoki make like a small earth platform, and he raises up Madara to the Ultimate Rasengan. Before then, when Naruto's in midair, and we see him do that, and we see him and his clone, they're all clones, but we see these 2 clones collaborate, and they make a Ultimate Rasengan. Madara stares up at that technique. He stares at the Ultimate Rasengan, and he has the Rinnegan. That was an animation error, where instead of having the regular Sharingan, they had the Rinnegan. And in fact, I got PMs today and yesterday about that error, because I noticed it, and people also noticed it as well. So that was obviously a fuck up. That was a fuck up, and in my opinion, a pretty big one. Yeah, that's a pretty big fuck up, because if someone is not a manga reader, and then they caught that error, that could have spoiled the actual part where he's supposed to reveal the Rinnegan when he absorbs the Rasen Shuriken. And that may have removed the shock value at that point in time because it was accidentally spoiled pre-hand. If you caught that and you are not a manga reader. So, unfortunately, that's the way it is, and that's a big fuck up. But aside from that, those are the only 2 errors in animation that I could see. And then, after that, animation just phenomenal. Just phenomenal. And even the small scenes. Not the small scenes, but the miscellaneous scenes. Where, for example, at the beginning, where Madara jumps down, and we see him walking. You know, like almost similar to where, like we see that one scene in Bleach where Grimmjow's walking towards Ichigo, and always sees Grimmjow feet just strutting, like yeah. But in this case, we see Madara, he's walking, and we see these Shinobi. These dudes are sweating. They're like, one guy's gulping, like no homo, he's gulping. There's one girl, she's praying, she's like fucking sweet Lord of Jesus, have mercy. She's people are horrified, and you could see the fear in their mannerisms, like the way they're portraying themselves. It's like they're shaking, they're sweating, they're truly afraid of Madara. And then in the other scene, that was also very miscellaneous, where the first meteor comes down, and then they stop it. Inoki stops it. Right, we see Gaara and Inoki, like they do a collaboration and they stop it, and people, they're cheering, they're happy. There's a sense of relief. There's a sense like a burden has been removed from like a big burden has been removed. And Inoki, he's like grinning. Gaara, he's sighing like yeah. Ninja are happy. They're cheering. They're like yeah, good job. And we see Madara just stay and as they're cheering and celebrating and people are grinning and happy, we see that there's flashes of the sky. It's like people cheering, flash of the sky. Inoki's grinning, flash of the sky. Gaara's sighing and putting his hands down, flash of the sky. And then we see Madara staring up at the sky. He's like, well then, how will you handle the second one? Number 2! Yeah! And the clouds break apart like, boom! Meteor! Crack! Inoki! And then it's like earthquake, and of course that one scene. Fucking we have Shikamaru's dead. He's like Tsunade, what should we? I'll go. Like what are you gonna do, Tsunade? Like what exactly can you do, Tsunade? Like Tsunade, of all people, the shittiest Hokage, gonna do something against Madara Uchiha. Yeah, the fuck right. She's gonna get punked. You saw his hand-to-hand combat skills. His hand-to-hand combat skills are better than Raikage's, better than Rock Lee or Mike Guy's. Easy. He went in there. He fought an entire platoon. So skilled, so swift. The one scene where we see him, he kicks those 2 Shinobi. He stabs the one guy underneath the ground. Another scene where this guy throws a kunai at him. He grabs a kunai that has an explosion tag. He takes the explosion tag off. He slaps it on this cloud ninja, kicks the guy away, takes the same kunai, throws it back at the dude who threw the kunai first at him. It's like, bro, whoa, the hand-to-hand skills are phenomenal. He's a weapon master. He's using swords, he's using kunai, he's using spears, he's using all this shit, shuriken, all of it, heel kicks. At one point in time, at the beginning, he's doing nothing but cheap shot Street Fighter low kicks. Low kick, high kick, spin kick, low kick. It's like, my god, what the fuck? Madara is swift and extraordinarily skilled taijutsu-wise. So, and Tsunade's, aside from her strength, her asset is hand-to-hand combat. And she will get punked by Madara. Hand to hand. She will get punked. Devastated punked. So, and we saw him at one point in time. He's breaking people's goddamn arms and shit. Like on the fly. Like break, snap, neck. It's like, what the fuck? No way. Madara punked. So, the episode overall, I thought it was an amazing. That's right. I thought it was an amazing episode. The second highest rating I give. Second highest rating. I thought it was amazing. Awesome. So, I'm done. King Lightning. For sure, of course, rate, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice day.